Ayo, listen up. This ain't just some regular bedtime story, nah. This one right here, it hits different. So boom. Way out in this quiet little village, tucked away from all the noise of the world, there lived this old lady. Now when I say old, I mean real old. Silver hair, wrinkles all over her face like life done wrote its story on her skin. But here's the crazy part. Her eyes? Man, they were shining like she knew something nobody else did. Like she cracked some kind of life code. Everybody in that village? Yeah, they loved her. Not 'cause she was rich. Not 'cause she had power. But 'cause no matter what life threw at her, she stayed smiling. She lived alone in this tiny little house near a big old banyan tree. Her husband? Gone years ago. Kids? None. Family? Just memories. But did she complain? Nah, not even once. Every day she'd sit under that tree just vibing, talking to people, laughing, giving advice like she was some kind of walking wisdom book. Meanwhile, life in that village? Man, it was tough. Farmers grinding every day. Carpenters hustling just to eat. Sometimes rain wouldn't show up, crops would dry out. Sometimes people got sick, couldn't even work. And when that happens, yeah, hope starts to fade. One day, this young woman came running to her. Her name was Radha. Face all messed up from crying, eyes swollen, voice shaking. "Grandma," she said, "I don't know what to do anymore." Her husband had dipped to the city trying to find work. No money coming back. Kids at home hungry. Fear was eating her alive. What if you don't find a job? What if he forgets about us? Man, you could hear the panic in her voice. The old lady just looked at her and smiled. Not a fake smile. Calm one. "Sit down, child," she said softly. Then she asked her something strange. "What do you think is gonna happen?" Radha paused. "I don't know, but I feel like something bad is coming." The old lady nodded slowly. "See, that's the problem right there. When your mind keeps playing worst-case scenarios, your heart starts believing them." Then she leaned in and said, Let me tell you something. Once there was this man, broke, alone, got nothing to his name. No food. No money. No family. Dude was sitting by a river, crying his heart out. Then an old woman walked up to him. She asked, "Why you crying?" Man said, "I got nothing. How can I be happy?" And that old woman? She smiled and said, "Nothing. You got the river right here. You got trees, fresh air, the sun hitting your face. You looking at what you don't have, that's why you hurting. But the moment you start seeing what you do have, that's when peace shows up." The man didn't get rich overnight. No magic. No lottery. No miracle. But something changed. His mind. He stopped focusing on what was missing and started appreciating what was there. And slowly, life started opening up for him. The old lady looked at Radha and said, "You see, life didn't change first. His thinking did. And once that changed, everything else followed." Radha wiped her tears. "But how do I even think positive when everything feels messed up?" The old lady smiled again. "Start small. When you wake up, just say this. Backhand index pointing right, today gonna be a good day. Even if it don't feel true yet, say it anyway. 'Cause your mind listens." Radha didn't fully believe it, but she tried. Every morning. Today gonna be a good day. She worked harder, took care of her kids, held on to hope even when it felt fake. Days passed, then weeks, and one day, a letter came. Her hands were shaking as she opened it. Her husband, he found a job, and he was sending money back home. Loudly crying face that moment. She broke down crying. But this time, Tears of relief, of joy. She ran straight to the old lady. Grandma, it worked. The old lady just smiled like she already knew. Listen, child, she said. Positive thinking ain't magic, but it gives you strength. And when you're strong, you handle life better. And when you handle life better, good things start finding their way to you. Word started spreading. People from all over the village started coming to her. Farmers, workers, mothers, old folks. Everybody had problems, and she told them all the same thing. Backhand index pointing right, change your thinking, change your life. That old lady? She ain't leave behind money. She ain't build no empire. But what she gave that village, man, that was bigger than anything. She gave them hope. Ayo, remember this. Life ain't always gonna be fair. Problems? Yeah, they coming. But your mindset? That's your real power. Backhand index pointing right, think negative, you sink. Backhand index pointing right, think positive, you rise. Simple as that.